Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. Wanted to bring you a quick update on Litecoin. But before we get started, I wanted to mention that today's Good Friday. It is the day Christ died for a sinner like me on the cross. So I just wanted to thank him for his sacrifice. And for all those who will mock Jesus or myself for me talking about this in this video, I sincerely want to tell you that I love you and so does God. And even if you believe something differently than me, I ask that you have respect because I have respect for you as well. And to me, Christ is much more real than even cryptocurrency. He's gotten me through everything in my life, and all the glory and honor goes to him for anything that I can do, all this charting, this channel, all of it. So I just want to mention that. And guys, it's something that hits home, and I know a lot of other brothers and sisters in Christ out there really thankful today. So guys, we'll move on and we'll get into this, but I wanted to mention that. And to all my subscribers, guys, I really do. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. This channel doesn't exist without you guys and people who are here and commenting. And I apologize if I don't always get back to the comments, but guys, I'm trying to have a family here, and I've been dealing with some health issues, and I run a business and I got yards to take care of and so much stuff to do. So, YouTube it's another business, but it's something that has to come, 6th or 7th on the list of a lot of things that go before it, and I try my best for you. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I'm just going to show you what I'm seeing in Litecoin here. Right now, Litecoin's at $81.71. We're down 0.41%. And what I wanted to mention was this area right here. So how we've been looking at the 20 EMA. We've been paying very close attention to this. I mean, guys, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days now that we've been fighting with this 20 EMA, wicking down it, small candles, all that different type of stuff. So we've been defending it still. That is being defended still. And you can see my alerts here. So I have an alarm to the downside at 76.26, and then I have one to the upside at 85.51. So I know, and I can tell when it breaks, I'll get an alarm, so I can run in here. I can see if we're breaking to the upside or if we're finally breaking to the downside and breaking through this 20 EMA here. But we're at a critical area. Do you see this move, guys? We took the low to the high on the Fibonacci here, and we've retraced down basically into the middle between the 0.236 and the 0.382, right in that range. And now what we're doing, we tried to come back up and get up above this 0.236 again. And guys, typically, this wasn't even a really deep retracement. If we get a nice serious bounce from here and continue to the upside and challenge this, we'll go off the real bodies 92 and then $100. That's extremely bullish, because if you bounce off that 0.236, that's something special there. So just realize that not a lot of stocks or whatever coins will bounce off that 0.236. A lot of the times you'll see the retracement down into the 0.382, the 0.5, or that 0.618, which the 0.618 would line up with basically, guys, this 100-day moving average we'd want to see be held as support, and then we would look to this 50 moving average here that we'd want to see as support, and also this 50 on the Fibonacci. So it could land anywhere, guys. We could get a bounce from up here. That's why I have my alert for up here, and I have an alert for down here. But I would say it's more probable that we could come down to this area here and see what happens with the 0.382 if we get a nice strong bounce off that on some good volume. But anything's possible in the cryptocurrency space. It's the wild, wild west. It's a wild stallion, and you just got to hold on and ride it. You got to ride these whales' coattails. And, take a look at this move, guys. This is a massive move. We were down here at $22, I think a lot of people forget. And look how many times this has multiplied itself on the way up. You don't typically see that in the stock market and stuff. So that's what makes this environment so fun, is because, even when indicators were showing in this area right here, we were kind of topping out. We were moving sideways. The RSI was moving down, and a whale stepped in and blasted it to the upside. And this is exciting stuff, especially, guys, if you're a long-term holder or whatnot. It's very cool just to sit back and watch the market move. But if we were to get this bounce off the 0.236, just know that's very bullish. That's great if we start moving to the upside from there. But we would need to see it on big volume. And if I take away this Fibonacci, you can see these candles, how small we're getting right now. And when the candle gets small like that, that's when you know that a break's going to occur. So right here, guys, let me get my pointer out for you. So right here, we're almost in one of those like hanging man or hammer candle looking things. So if it's a hanging man, it's at the top, and at the bottom it would be more of a hammer candle. A hammer candle you want to see at that bottom, and basically you want the wick 2 to 3 times as long as the body is, and you really don't want much of a wick on top. There's a slight one there which you can maybe get away with, but I'm kind of a stickler on some of the candlesticks and whatnot that I want to see. So guys, we're just kind of moving sideways here, but that's what those candles look like. You're always going to have one that looks bullish and one that looks bearish, just like a bullish piercing pattern and a dark cloud cover pattern. So really dig into your Japanese candlesticks, guys. They're very important to learn, and just add them to your game. They're not everything, but they're very important. Just like when you see all these wicks up here and we're battling, then the wicks start to go down. That's how why we were anticipating the fall there. But now we're seeing some defense here at this 20 EMA. We're not wanting to give it up, and we've been defending it since the 7th of February. Remember, we were looking at that on the last video. So that's something that's very important, and it's very crucial that we want to pay attention to. But this break's going to come fast, and typically whales step in on Friday or Saturday. Me and my wife have been watching it for a while, and she goes, oh, it's Friday, a whale's going to be stepping in. And a lot of the times that really is what happens. So I wanted to bring that to you. Now what we're going to do, we're going to get into some of the indicators. All right, so first one I wanted to start out with was, let's see, our RSI. I got 3 for you here. So we're going to take a look at this RSI, see what's happening. So guys, we're still pointing down a little bit here. You see how we came up and we started to have that rounded top, and now we're pushing down. We are looking like we're wanting to fall a little bit more, but we're going to have to see. We'd have to break through this support area about right in there. If it's not perfect, guys, I apologize, but that's what I'd be looking at, see if we get a break to the downside, and if we do, then maybe we can move down a little bit farther. So I'm going to keep my eye on that, the RSI, and then I want to take you to the MACD. All right, so we had our cross, our downward cross, that bearish cross, and now it's looking like it's attempting. It wants to kind of get that swoop and see if we can get back over it on the upside. But guys, things can travel sideways. They can go to the upside. The histogram is turning more neutral right now, so that could show maybe we're going to be, moving sideways for a while. Even here, we could have a couple more days where we move sideways, but we have to determine if we're going to break to the upside or the downside fairly soon here, guys. So that's the MACD. And then I wanted to look at our stock RSI, see if anything's changed with that. And these are the indicators that I really like to use. So stock's down in this area, guys, but there's plenty of room to run, which is nice on the stock RSI. So that is a good thing. We're kind of in that oversold territory in terms of the stock RSI. Then I want to go, and that's what I said, we're kind of getting mixed signals. We're getting bullish signals, we're getting bearish signals, we're getting neutral signals. So right now it's just kind of that area where you just want to sit back, do some studying, even being in some cash, and wait to see what happens. Even in this market, there's those big fake outs and swings back and forth and everything. Guys, what you have to learn, you have to control your emotions. I'm telling you, I could wake up and a huge spike could happen to the upside or downside or whatever. I used to stress about it. Not anymore. When you learn how to trade both sides of the market, you want volatility. That's what you're looking for, and that's why I'm in this market. It provides such volatility, and I also believe in the technology behind it as well. But it's exciting when you can see spikes come out of nowhere like that. That's something else. Really, guys, you don't see a lot of markets in a year move the percentage-wise as this move here. So this is something that you really want to pay attention to and dig into in Litecoin. We do have decreasing volume. I wanted to mention that as well. Let's see if there's anything else I want to show to you guys. I'm sorry, I kind of got off on a rant there. Let's see. Guys, right now it's just being patient. That's what I have to tell you. Be very patient. Wait to see what happens with this candle. And again, my alarms now, so I can show you. Let me see if it'll let me get in there again. Guys, my alarms are going to be around that $76.23 and around that $85. That's what I'm looking at. But I'm going to be patient. Let's see what happens. God bless each and every one of you guys. Hope you have an amazing weekend.